6 days to Christmas in Corona.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi lights Swarnim Vijay Mashal to start the 50th anniversary year celebrations of 1971 war win.
Mournful departure for 3 men of letters.
The world's highest mountain is officially now a little higher.
Born voyage to born home. Kochi stay to set sail with her saviors.
New York health worker becomes the first American to get COVID-19 vaccine.
National Energy Conservation Day 2020. Occasion for advocating energy efficiency, raising awareness on climate change priorities.
India set to exceed climate targets. Modi. Emissions intensity cut by 21%, says Prime Minister.
SSLC exams from March 17th. Classes for 10th and plus 2 to begin on January 1st. Hello, you are watching Our World this week on our YouTube channel Darshana for you.
It's Saturday, December 19th.
I am Namita
And I'm Fatima.
A very Merry Christmas to you all. Top story of this week. 6 days to Christmas in Corona times. Christmas is celebrated with religious fervor and gaiety across the globe to commemorate the birth of Jesus Christ. Usually, the celebrations are bound by singing carols and exchange of greetings.
But the Christmas 2020 is to be celebrated at home, staying safe. Considering the pandemic COVID-19, all celebrations are confined to virtual platforms. Here we have Alan with us to share his Christmas greetings.
Hi friends, no matter what the current situation is, the spirit of Christmas never fails to cheer me up. The nostalgia of Christmas begins by the offset of chilly cold nights of December. Just like the previous year, my family created a crib, Christmas tree, hung many stars to herald the coming of Christmas. The Holy Bible says that a boy child was born to bless Mary in Bethlehem to save the whole world from sins. It happened long time ago. I am really looking forward to the midnight mass and thereafter the cake distribution and the Christmas feast after that. We miss the door-to-door carol singing and other social gatherings connected with it. Still, we can have our humble pleasure by decorating the Christmas tree with balls, bells, stars, gifts, etc. Once believed that they were the gifts of Santa Claus to little children who were good and obedient to parents and elders. So, the children would come around the trees to find their gifts very early in the morning. They would feel quite surprised to see their name written in them. Still, keep in mind that we are going through a pandemic, one which we never have experienced before. Don't forget to wear masks properly, keep social distancing and sanitize. May Christmas bring joy to your heart and happiness to your home. Happy Christmas!
Prime Minister Narendra Modi lights Swarnim Vijay Mashal to start 50th anniversary year celebrations of 1971 war win. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lights Swarnim Vijay Mashal from the eternal flame of the National War Memorial. Here, marking the beginning of the 50th anniversary celebrations of India's victory over Pakistan in 1971. India celebrates December 16th as Vijay Diwas. Moving on to Maithili for a detailed description.
First of all, a big salute to all the brave soldiers who have stood on the borders to protect their motherland, and a big tribute to all the brave martyrs who sacrificed themselves for the country. As you know, 16th December is one of the memorable days in the history of India. Today, Prime Minister Narendra Modi lit the Swarnim Vijay Mashal from the eternal flame of the National War over Pakistan in 1971 war and to pay tribute to all the brave martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the battle. The reason for the war was to liberate East Pakistan, that is, Bangladesh, from the part of Pakistan. Bangladesh were constantly being tortured by the Pakistani army. People were beaten, exploited, raped and murdered by the Pakistan army. Then India supported Bangladesh against Pakistan's oppression. The war lasted only 13 days. During this war, 3 lakh people of Bangladesh were killed and India and Pakistan also lost their 3,900 soldiers. So today is a day to remember all those martyrs who sacrificed themselves to protect their motherland. Every Indian is proud of these brave soldiers. On this day, the history created by our army in 1971 will be inscribed in the golden letters.
A great salute to our heroes.
Mournful departure for 3 men of letters. The world of letters lost 3 eminent writers this week. Kerala Sahitya Academy winner U.A. Khadar, Espionage novelist David Cornwell, and the senior coordinating editor of Malayalam Manorama, D. Vijayamohan. It's a great loss to literature. Let us pay our tribute with a retrospective of their valuable creations. Moving on to Anamika.
Mournful departure for 3 men of letters. U.A. Khadar have had his role in making Malayalam literature what it's now. I have heard there was a time when readers used to wait impatiently for his stories in the weekly magazines. He has written more than 70 novels, short stories, as well as travelogues. His progressive and secular outlook made him different, both in life and literature. He received Kerala Sahitya Academy Award for his remarkable fiction, Thirukkotur Peruma. It is with great sadness that we must confirm David Cornwell, known to the world as John Le Carre, passed away from pneumonia last Saturday night after a short battle with illness. The writer's unstable childhood gave him a unique understanding of human nature and his many failings. During the 1950s and 1960s, he worked for both the Security Service and the Secret Intelligence Service. He wrote his first novel, Call for the Death, in 1961. His novel, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, became an international bestseller and remains one of his best works. His loss will be felt by every book lover. Senior journalist D. Vijayamohan passed away after battling with COVID-19 at St. Stephen's Hospital, New Delhi. He was senior coordinating editor of Malayalam Manorama in New Delhi, where he had been based since 1985. D. Vijayamohan was a common man scribe, and he presented national news from Delhi in such a way that even the neo-literate understands it. His writes-up about budget were very impressive, as his news angle was how the budget is going to affect Kerala. In fact, he popularized national news for the Malayali during a period when it was accessible only through Air News Bulletin or Doordarshan reports. He brought national politics to the Kerala readers through his factual reporting.
The world's highest mountain is officially a little higher. The world's highest mountain is now officially a little higher. After years of debate, China and Nepal agreed on a precise elevation for Mount Everest. The new agreed height of 8,848.86 meters was announced at a virtual ceremony. This is 86 centimeters higher than the measurement previously recognized by Nepal.
Hello everyone, it's me Alia Rukia Pakkireste. The world's highest mountain is now officially a little bit higher. Mount Everest, the world's tallest peak, is 8,848.86 meters tall, about 86 meters more than the previous measurement. China and Nepal jointly have announced. Everest's former height was 8,848 meters, has been widely accepted since 1956, when the figure was measured by the Survey of India. The height of the summit, however, known to change because of the seismic activity such as the 2015 Nepal's earthquake. It was measured using previous methods applied in ascertaining height as well as the latest data and the global navigation satellite system. China's measurements were done separately. Nepal's, in fact, had completed its mission early last year. The team of 120 field workers and the data analysts were processing the data and computing results, which took 4 months when the pandemic disrupted its work. The two sides subsequently signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly make public their results. Thank you.
Bon voyage to Bochum. Kochi stranded to set sail with the saviors. Reebok Dominic and Nathalie Raiden, two yachters from France who have been stranded in Kochi since February due to the pandemic, will finally set sail next week. They will leave Kochi for Red Sea in their yacht Karadik, and this time they will have a third passenger on board. A partially blinded stray that they have saved, adopted and named Bochum, which is a good fellow in French.
New York health worker becomes first American to get COVID-19 vaccine. Sandra Lindsay, an ICU nurse, was given the vaccine at Long Island Jewish Medical Center in Queens, New York. Minutes after Lindsay's injection, President Donald Trump sent a tweet. First vaccine administered. Congratulations USA, congratulations world.
National Energy Conservation Day 2020, occasion for advocating energy efficiency, raising awareness on climate change priorities. Every year on 14 December, the Bureau of Energy Efficiency under the Ministry of Power celebrates Energy Conservation Day. The BEE marked the occasion by tweeting, "This National Energy Conservation Day, let's advocate energy efficiency at our home, office and in our surroundings and go towards making energy conservation an integral part of our lives."
India will exceed climate goals, says Prime Minister. To all my fellow residents of this planet, I make a solemn pledge today. Sentinel India will not only meet its own targets, but will also exceed your expectations, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. For more details, moving over to Devi Sandra.
Global leaders gathered on a virtual platform to set the tone for higher climate goals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday said, India is not only on track to achieve its 2030 targets but to better them beyond expectations. In 2047, India will celebrate 100 years as a modern independent nation. To all my fellow residents of this planet, I make a solemn pledge today that the Centennial India will not only meet its own targets but will also exceed your expectations. Said at Global Climate Action Summit co-hosted by the United Nations with UK and France. The Prime Minister on the occasion also told the gathering about India's progress achievements in reducing its carbon footprints by adopting renewable energy in a big way and increasing its green cover. Our renewable energy capacity is the 4th largest in the world.
SSLC exams from March 17, classes for 10-12 to begin on January 1. The SSLC and final year higher secondary vocational examinations in Kerala will be held from March 17 to 30, 2021. Classes for those preparing for the exams will begin on January 1, 2021.
Have a nice weekend. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy 2021.